Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I have my first round of monthly favorites for the new year. I can't believe the first month has already gone by so quickly. I know it still feels very crazy and I hope you guys are holding up and doing well. I hope my videos can keep you a bit of company during these hard times. But like always, I do have a couple of favorites here that I would like to share with you. So if you're interested in hearing about some things that I've been loving, then please continue watching. So let's start off with makeup first. Of course, this is a makeup channel. The first product that I have here is from Hemish. It's their Artless Glow Base. And I have been loving this primer so much. I would either use this primer or the Supergoop primer. So they're both in my project pan, so if you guys keep up with that, then you probably already know. But this is a really nice, like glowy, illuminating primer, but it doesn't make your skin look too oily or too shiny. It really just gives that glow, and it also has SPF in it as well, which is something that I really like about it because I just want to cover up my skin. I think New Zealand, we don't have like the ozone layer. The sun here is really harsh, so I love how it has SPF, but I love the finish of it. You could wear this alone. I feel like it really does give off that like glass like skin, but I like to wear it underneath my makeup, and I'm wearing it today and you can see I'm not too dewy, but I do have this like within glow, you know? It's seriously so good, so I definitely would recommend this. I've been obsessed with it. You can see my project pan marking, I'm up to here. So yeah, highly recommend if you're looking for like an illuminating type of primer. My next two favorites are from Colourpop, and I feel like it's been a while since I've mentioned a Colourpop favorite. I feel like before, every single monthly favorites I would have a Colourpop favorite, but I would say, I don't know, in 2020, yeah, there wasn't a lot of appearances of Colourpop favorites, I feel, personally. But I have two here that I want to share with you, and the first one is their Super Shock Shadow in the shade Wattles. And I purchased this because of Kathleen Light. She raved about it, saying how it's like her favorite one and done shadow. And I've actually had this for a while now, and I've been using it for a while, but I would say in the past like month, like December and January, I've been using this one a lot more. This sits in my top drawer as well, and just like Kathleen, I like to use this as sort of like a one and done shadow. For today's look, I actually use it as a base, and I'm obsessed. It's my first time using it as a base, and I'm like, is this better than an eyeshadow primer? Because I just found that my eyeshadow really blended out really easily, and I feel like it looks a lot more blended today for some reason. Like I did the same techniques. I've used this palette that I'm wearing today before. Like nothing is new besides I just use this as my base instead of an eyeshadow primer, and I'm just like, maybe I need to get more like skin toned Super Shock shadows and start using that as my primer, because I love how my eyeshadow blended on top of this. But other than that, I do like this as a one and done eyeshadow. I recently did a get ready with me. I took a pottery class, if you guys would like to see it, which by the way, I have to show you guys. I didn't write that on my notes. I have to show you my pottery. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. I have to show you. I wish this was live so you guys could remind me, because I don't have my pen here and I'm so forgetful. Okay, I will try to remember. Pottery. Okay, anyway, it is a satin shadow, so I feel like it is the perfect one and done shadow. It's like not a matte. You don't have to go in with a shimmer, but it's not too metallic. It's just perfect, and I think the tone is a very flattering. It's like a pinky type of mauve. And my next Colourpop favorite is actually their Luxe lip oils. I've had this since I think October, November, so for a little while now, but only recently I started using this a lot more. I organized my makeup collection at the end of the year, which I do have a decluttering video, but I was looking at my Luxe oils and I'm like, you know what? I think I can use this up, because the Luxe oils are more of like a lip care product rather than like a makeup product. Definitely doing Project Pan, I've been a lot more conscious. I feel like I've always been conscious about finishing up my products, but after doing Project Pan and just seeing how long it takes you to finish like one product, I was way more conscious about it. And when I saw the Luxe oils, I'm like, you know what? I can finish this up. I have, I think, about 5 or 6 shades, which is a lot of Luxe oils to have in one collection, but I saw saw them and I'm like, I think I can really finish these if I really do try. I took the shade Bengal out, which is the one that I've been using a lot, and I've just been keeping this with me around the house, reapplying throughout the day instead of using my lip balm. And I do like how nourishing and hydrating it is, and how it also gives you a little bit of a tint as well. I actually like using this before I film. Like, I'll apply a little bit before I start my makeup, and especially if I'm doing a tutorial where I'm showing my full face, my natural lips is very cool tone, very purple. It makes me look a little bit unwell. Instead of applying lip balm, I would apply this one on when I have no makeup on and I'm talking to the camera. At least my lips can look a little bit alive. And I just think this is a really great, easy way to nourish your lips throughout the day with having a tint. Alright, and my next favorite is from Cosmetics. It's their Soft Blur Velvet Lip Liner in the shade Teddy. And I picked this up, I think, in December. And out of all the products I have from Cosmetics, I would say this one is probably my least used, just because I don't really wear lip liners often. I'm not really a fan of like a very sharp, like drawn out lip. I feel like it just doesn't suit me. Every time I go on Instagram and TikTok and everybody's wearing lip liner, it kind of makes me feel like, am I doing something wrong? Like, I should be liking lip liner. And obviously Cosmetics is a little bit more expensive, and I was just trying to find ways to make this lip liner work, and I think I found a way, and I really like it now. And I am wearing it today on my lips, by the way, and pretty much what I would do, I would just go in with my lip color. Today I'm wearing a lipstick, and I'll just apply that on normally, and usually I would leave it off like this. But I've been taking Teddy, and I've been sort of just lining my lip line very subtly and very lightly, just sort of as a lip contour. I'm not being too harsh with it. And then I'll go in with my brush or a cotton swab and just blend out the edges a little bit to make it a little bit more diffused, but it's also still quite defined, if that makes sense. And I feel like doing it this way just caters to my personal preference. Whenever I want my lips to look a little bit more fuller, I have been going in with Teddy a lot, and I've been liking a really like a rounded cupid's bow here, like a very full upper lip. I don't know why, I really like that look. I think using the Soft Blur lip liner from Cosmetics, it's like the perfect formulation to do that, because it's in the name Velvet Blur. It really does give you that blurring effect. It's not like a wooden pencil where it's so harsh and precise. And I think the shade Teddy is so universal. It goes with so many lip colors. Like, even if it's a little bit more pinky, it still goes with Teddy. So I think Teddy is like a really nice universal daily lip liner color, and I have been loving this one a lot. My last makeup favorites are actually brushes, and they are from Kaleidos. They recently launched these three, and I have been obsessed with this, you guys. These three brushes are literally the only brushes that I use on my cheeks. Any other brush that I used to use, I haven't touched ever since I got these. The way it applies the product is just, it's magical, honestly. So the first brush is called C1. It's their angled contour brush, and I use this for my bronzer. And typically I wouldn't use such like a dense, like this is not too dense, but for a bronzer brush, what I typically would use, this is quite dense. I would usually go in with something a lot bigger and more fluffy, but when I first used this, I just found that it diffused the bronzer so well while still being quite precise. I feel like with my bigger bronzer brushes, I would just overtake my cheek area, but now I feel like the bronzer is where it needs to be, but it still looks diffused. It's not like a big stripe on my cheeks or anything. And the hairs on these are super soft, and I haven't had any straying or anything. Like, these are some high quality brushes. And then also their B1 blush brush, the best blush brush ever. Again, before I would use something a little bit more bigger for my blush brushes, because I do have like a very big face, but this is like the perfect size. I feel like with this I don't get too carried away with my blush, and it just applies it so nicely. The way it's curved, it just fits perfectly right to that cheekbone area, and it just makes your blush look so good. And the last brush is their H2 Precision Highlighter brush. I use this for my highlighting powder. I would go under my eyes like this, around my cheeks, and sort of just to blur out any edges that needs to be blurred out. You could use this for highlighter, of course, because that's what it says it's for, but I love how these are like quite flat but still fluffy, and the way these pick up product and apply the product, it's really magical. So those were all of my makeup favorites. We're gonna move into my lifestyle favorites now, and I'm gonna quickly grab my pottery bowls before I forget, so be right back. So these are the bowls we made here. These two are my ones. They're a little bit more circular, a bit smaller. How cute is that? I'm obsessed with it. And then these two are Harry's one. He obviously chose black, typical him. His one's a little bit more, I guess, like, I don't know, fancy. They're not as circular. I think his one came out so much nicer than mine, I feel. But I don't mind. I feel like the texture and how rugged it is, it gives it character. I love that. But his one definitely looks like a sellable bowl. And this is Harry's cup and this is my cup. As you can see, his one is like, it's quite similar, I feel like, the way he did it. And I'm very, I guess, circular and more rounded, but I love it. We did get to choose the colors and that was really fun and exciting. I will have that vlog in the cards as well for you guys if you'd like to check that out. And I'll also leave their details down below in case you guys are in Auckland or near Waihi. I would highly recommend them. It was such a great experience. And my next favorite is actually a gift that I got for Christmas from my friend Joy. She actually has done a lot of graphic work for me in the past. She did my end screen. She's done a couple of my thumbnails. She's actually helping me with a media kit right now. She got me this CD player for Christmas, and if you are on like K-pop TikTok, then you probably have seen this before. I've actually wanted this and I was gonna get one for my friend and I'm obsessed with it. Like, this CD player is so cool and it just has so many functions to it. And if you have a lot of CDs, I think this is a great CD player to have. You can either hang it on the wall or you could just like display it. It does come with a stand, but I think the speaker quality is really nice. It looks very aesthetic on the wall as well. I have my GOT7 CD in there because it's so pretty, but it also has Bluetooth, so you can just connect your phone and just play Spotify music, like your normal music, as a speaker, and I just love it. I just love having the function. There's so many more functions to it, but I've only used the CD and the Bluetooth functions. I think you can connect it to a radio. If you guys seen this on TikTok and you were like curious about it, it's amazing and it's so cool. And then in my last monthly favorites, which would have been November, since December I did skip it because I did my 2020 favorites, I mentioned to you guys that it was like a dream of mine to get my own film camera and have my own like showroom of my film, or like a photo book or some sort. Like, that's like a dream. Like, I told Harry about that dream that I had and how I really wanted to get like a proper film camera, and literally that night he went online, got me a film camera. It's secondhand, which I absolutely adore. I love the vintage vibe from it, and it's this one here. It's so cute. He did a lot of research on it and he surprised me with this, and I literally cried because I think it was so sweet that he got it for me. He's my #1 supporter, for reals, you guys. Like, he supports me with everything. My first camera for YouTube, he got that for me. 2 cameras for YouTube. When it comes to my dreams, like, he's always been there and supported me so much. So even with this, it's just so cute, and how he did like his research on it. I don't know how well it performs yet because I still have, I think, 4 more or 5 more shots to go till I can get the film developed, but I'm so excited to see what the film is going to look like. I've been having so much fun learning how to, like, you know, focus it, and I just love the idea of just taking the shot, not worrying about the angles or whatever, and I'm so excited to see how this will turn out. I actually do have an Instagram account for all of my film that I've taken so far. All of those films are obviously on a disposable, which is still cute, but if you guys would like to follow, it's just JUDY_films. Can't remember how many underscores. I'll leave it down below. And also in my November favorites, I did show you guys I got a traveler's journal, and I asked you guys if you would like to see my spread at the end of every monthly favorites, and a couple of you guys did say you want to see it, so I'm gonna show you anyway. I've had so much fun with this. It's been so fun. It's fun. You guys saw the first 2 pages, and then I have this one here. I have JB's Alone photo card. I wanted to do something based off that. This is not my favorite spread. I think I could have done something a little bit cuter, but it was my third spread and I'm still getting used to it. And then this side is based off this little photo booth sticker that me and my friend took. It's more of a pink theme, and I like how the pink and the black is like contrast against each other, so I really like that. The next page is more purple. Again, I'm still like trying to figure out my style. You'll see the next couple pages I figured out my style now. But I have another photo booth sticker with Samantha, who was a subscriber and now who's also a friend as well. I feel like I have so many subscriber friends. It's weird calling them that. They are just friends now, but they were once a subscriber and now they're friends, and I love that. I love it. And then this photo card, I got it in the dye album. It had a bit of purple, so I thought it would go with this purple theme. I sort of wish I just wrote in my normal handwriting because I don't think my cursive linking writing is nice, but it's just lyrics to Aura because you know, if you know, you know. And the next page is more dye photo cards, and I got Jin Young's bookmark, and then I just put JB, a plain spread here just to center around him. And then I started writing in my normal handwriting here, and I really like the look of that a lot more. I just wrote my thoughts on the CD and stuff like that. And then the next page, these two pages, is my favorite spread I've done so far. How pretty. Okay, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I just think it's so cute. So we have Mark. This is a photo card that I got in the You and Me album. I think it's so cute. I love the green string and how I extended that. You know, we're all connected. We are. We truly are. And I just love the green theme, and I actually like how it looks better with my normal handwriting instead of like me trying to cursive and just put a bunch of green stickers. You guys know me and how much I love to be monochromatic, and this just is very pleasing to my eyes. And then on the other side we have JB, which is the photo card that I got in Breath of Love, Last Piece, that album, and everything is blue, and I love the blue and green contrast together. And then this spread I actually just did yesterday. It's an orange spread for Tubby. He did turn 2 in December. I kind of decorated this as I would do it as a birthday card. So here I wrote to him like how I would write to my friends in real life a birthday card. Here he was a little baby, and then here when he turned 2, and just a lot of orange stickers and everything. So yeah, those were just the spreads that I had time to do. I think definitely I've found what I like and my style. But alright you guys, that is going to include the first monthly favorites of this year. I hope you guys enjoyed it, found some new things that you want to check out for yourself. Let me know what you guys have been loving. I would love to hear it as always. And if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up for me. I would appreciate it so much if you did, and also does help my videos out a lot as well. That's it for today's video you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.